I'd like to thank PCBWay for sponsoring this project video. Alright guys, so welcome back. So as you can see, the wonderful folks over at PCBWay is sponsoring another project video. So when I first started working with PCBWay, I wasn't too savvy on what the protocols were and what my limits were, and I designed a rotor that I wanted to be built out of aluminum, and I went way outside my budget, and I didn't realize, I didn't read the contract carefully. I now know what it is, but it was a really cool rotor, and so instead I designed one more in my limits, or not limits, but more in my budget, which is fair, right? I only have so many. Anyway, I designed those aluminum rotors, and those small ones you guys seen. Where are they? I could probably grab one to show you, but you guys know what I'm talking about. I designed one out of aluminum and one out of stainless steel, but I still had that rotor in the back of my mind. So PCBWay doesn't just do aluminum and stainless steel and titanium. They do resin printing. They do all types of filament, nylon, ABS, ASA. They do a lot of stuff that I can't print, like nylon I can't print. And it turns out that that rotor that I wanted to print, I could have it done in nylon, which is really good because nylon is really strong, and this is going to be a powerful rotor. And so I worked with these guys, and they sent me over the stuff. They always send me goodies, like they always send me one of these rulers, which are really cool. But it looks like they included something else this time. So I've got a green one, and I have a red one. And so now I've got a purple and another green. These are really cool. They come in handy, believe it or not. They're actually really cool. So what do we got here? Oh, they sent me a really cool little PCBWay. I don't know what you'd call this. I don't know if this was done with resin or if this was, I can't really tell. Can you guys tell? I don't know. I really can't tell. But it's pretty cool. But here's the beast right here. Obviously, I've opened this up before because I wanted to take a look at it. Here, let me get it out of this mess. And here's the rotor. And this isn't FDM printing. This is SLS. So that is really cool. The texture is, yeah, you can tell it's not 3D printed. There's no layer lines. This was done in a process called SLS, which is very much the same way they do aluminum. But yeah, this is going to hold 1-inch cubes. A bearing goes there and a bearing goes here. It's got a lot of weight to it too, and this was done in nylon. This is really tough stuff. I don't think this is going anywhere. I hope my tolerances were okay. It should be. So if I go like this, let me do inches here. 1 inch. Oh, I made it under a little bit. I hope it's going to be okay. I might have screwed up the thing, but I don't think so though. But yeah, this is going to be really cool. So let me get this guy set up and mount this guy somewhere. I'll put it on my, maybe I'll put it on my light. This is really cool. I wonder how they did this. I wonder if this was done with resin printing, although this is really clear. I don't know that resin printing prints that clear. Do you guys know? I don't think so. But who knows? Maybe they do it like that and then they flame it to get that nice shine. Anyway, stay tuned. All right, so I have to take my cubes out of this rotor here. This was a powerful rotor. I 3D printed my little Mickey Mouse, Felix the Cat emblem. That was quite hard to do. I had to get a picture of him. I don't know if this will come in focus or what. Anyway, I had to get a picture of him and then try to do it, yada, yada, yada. Anyway, these are the 1-inch cubes. And it looks like I did it correctly because it fits in there perfectly. I got to get it down in there underneath the lip there, but it'll go up against the wall here. And centrifugal force will keep this guy, will keep this guy in there. Yeah, so let me get these out, get them oriented correctly, and get them in here. That's the only bummer. Magnets cost a lot of money, so I got to take them from other projects. I think I'm going to 3D print my Felix the Cat and put them on here, although it'll probably unbalance it probably the way this did. But the weight of that is so insignificant, I don't think it'll hurt. Anyway, stay tuned. So really quick, I had a bear of a time setting these in here without them wanting to collapse because I'm 3D printing a ring to go around to press them up against there because I didn't, I could cut the bottom there with a, what do you call it? A Dremel tool, but I don't want to disturb this. So instead, I was gonna print a 3D ring anyway, but I'm gonna print a 3D ring that's gonna push down here and push these up against the wall there. But I had a bear of a time, and then I realized I can use magnets to help me because these all wanted to collapse because they just did, and it was a nightmare. But magnets, saving magnets. Yeah, man, this thing is heavy like this, but yeah, so yeah, see, this was supposed to fit all the way up against the wall, and it does, but then it was supposed to drop down. I don't know if you can tell. There should have been a flat spot there because this is raised up, this bottom piece, by about 3 millimeters. I still may do that with the Dremel tool, but that'll really be a hack job, and I don't want to do that. All right. Stay tuned. All right, so bearings fit absolutely perfect. So yeah, the Nylon 3D printing process works really good. This is some FDM printing from my FL Sun. It's a spacer I put in there which will kind of lock those in there. But it works really good. Now I'm debating on whether to add another spacer to the top like this, which I could use this piece and it will work, or fill it in with a thicker spacer. Like this is like 20 millimeters high. I'm debating. It looks good the way it is, but I think it would look better with, yeah, I got to think about it. Anyway, PCBWay did a great job with this thing. It's heavy. It's really tough. I don't think I need to worry about this thing coming apart. Yeah. Looks good, huh? Let's get it on a... I'm still debating on whether I should put another one up here. I think I'm going to print out another one just to see. Anyway, stay tuned. All right, so this is the stand I'm probably going to use because it's my most sturdy stand. I have that other big one over there too. But what I wanted to do before I even started this project was to take these off. These are supports for coils because this was a double rotor system where I'd have a rotor here and a rotor here. One would be powered by coils, the other one would be a pickup to get extra output. But what I want to do instead is take these off, remove these, and drill 2 more holes down here and make it so I can have 4 rotors going at the same time. So I could have one here and one here, and have one underpowered and have the other one magnetically coupled, because I've always loved that. I've always loved the ability to couple 2 rotors together, one under power and one spinning simply out of coupling. So yeah, right now I decided I am going to print another insert to go in here, even though I really like the way this looks. I'm going to print another insert just to see how that looks. And then we'll go, and then we'll go from there. All right, stay tuned. All right, so there it is. I did put the internal piece in there. I think it just makes it look better. It's also, it just feels better. But yeah, I have it rigged up in this guy here that has the sliders here where I can slide the coils in and out. These sliders are kind of cool because they're self-holding. There's no need to put any type of attachments on there. But yeah, let me get it hooked up with my dual JL94 circuit. And again, this guy was created by PCBWay. Well, actually, I created it. PCBWay printed it for me. Great folks. All right, so stay tuned. So it's weird. I have bearings on both sides of the rotor. I also have bearings up here, so if I stop this guy from spinning, it becomes completely quiet. And it's a maglev. You can see it's floating on that magnet down there. It's a nice rotor. He's definitely cruising. I'm getting solid output down here. I'm going to have to measure that. Going really nice. Let me shut it down. These are some good coils. I took my time winding these. You can tell. You see the layers. So it seems to go faster if I let it go. If I hold it, it's just using these bearings here instead of using all 4 of them. So I'm not sure which way is better. And there's a lot of flywheel torque in that bad boy. But yeah, she's really nice. Thank you, PCBWay. All right, I'm gonna have to hook up another rotor up here. I may get my other rotor that PCBWay made for me and put that guy up there and see if we can't get some output here. And I have this guy here that I made, which is just a simple what do you call these, little LCD screen with some caps in there and a bridge rectifier. But I also have a couple of professional ones I wanted to get. Yeah, so this will be the rotor that I'll use on top. This is I think this is the aluminum rotor. Yeah, this is the aluminum rotor. Place it right up here like this. I may have to, oh yeah, the shaft I have here, this is a metal shaft. I really shouldn't be using this. And I may have to change out the shaft to a carbon fiber one, or I have stainless steel one. I can use that. 304 stainless steel. All right, stay tuned. All right, there we go. So I haven't got anything hooked up to this guy yet because I'm still trying to figure out whether I'm going to power this guy through this guy or vice versa. And you're probably wondering, how is that spinning if the shaft spins and the bearings spin? Well, it just does. I got to take these off because they're not, I have spacers that go inside there. So both of these are made by PCBWay. That's aluminum, that's nylon. And it's running at 13 volts in. I got to turn it down a little bit. Yeah, it's making that noise because of the plate that it's on. If I hold it like that, it runs pretty smooth. All right, let me get some stuff hooked up to it. Stay tuned. It's amazing. There's a lot of flywheel action in that. I turned that off quite a while ago. That's crazy. Little Zen moment there. All right, stay tuned. All right, guys, so I think I'm going to end this one here instead of hooking all this up because I do want to, yeah, see? I do want to drill the 2 holes and get the 4 rotor setup done. I mean, this is cool and all, and I love this rotor, and thank you again, PCBWay. But I'm going to, yeah, see, it's definitely, I should make them closer together so that they really get connected magnetically. Wait here, let's fire it up one more time. Let me take these off. These are cool because they have solid metal inserts. Those are BBs in there in resin. And I can put them, I can get it in there. Then I got to get it from the other side. Yeah, and then that goes in here like this. Man, you can feel it pulling. Anyway, I love that rotor. I'm definitely going to have PCBWay make me some other ones. That one's nylon. Again, it was done with laser sintering, not done through FDM processes. Pretty cool, man. All right, guys, thanks for watching.